very procedural, so it'll work out very well. Alright, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 9 of Once Upon a Game, season 3, where we are playing story games here, one-shot story games, and we will be playing, playtesting a game by Ben Robbins, the creator of Microscope and Kingdom, and a bunch of other cool stuff. A game called Follow. Follow is this game about, the best way I can describe it is it's kind of like Fiasco, combined with Kingdom. It has a lot of similar elements where you're a group trying to accomplish a goal, but whether you succeed or fail is really up to you guys, and sort of how play is dictating things. So it's not necessarily going to be the downward spiral of a Fiasco game, but it's also not necessarily going to be this hyper philosophical Kingdom world shattering, but it totally could, because the first time I played this game, it absolutely was like that for a bunch of 4th graders who are taking over their school. So,
Nice.
yeah, and yeah, I know I have an adorable face. I shaved, so
Eric is now a 4th grader.
Yeah, I actually am a 4th grader. I survived that game of Follow, and here I'm here to share it with the new, with my loyal acolytes. Right? So,
Sure.
But like all story games, they cannot be played alone, or they shouldn't be, because the best part of them is playing them with other people. I brought along with me, two conscripts, two good friends of mine. I brought over Brad and Golden H. Will. So let's just start on my left. Brad, how you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. Really excited to check this out. I love Microscope, and I actually haven't played Kingdom yet, but have seen it played, so I'm excited about doing that at some point. But I definitely want to check this out now.
Spoilers about Kingdom. Word on the street is that there's a good chance that it might see a rewrite in some ways to get streamlined, which is good, because the game was one of the first story games I read, and it looked extremely daunting, and I never played it until Ben showed me how to play at Story Game Seattle. It's very daunting, but it's also one of the most incredible games you can play. So awesome, yeah. So I'm so glad that I know I've seen you play Microscope a few times from your channel. Yeah, it's awesome. Microscope's so much fun. So way to support Ben. and I'm so happy to see you here and to play this game with me today. And on the other hand here, we have Golden H. Will. This is your first time on this show?
Yes, my first time on this show. Pretty excited to be here.
Yeah.
Long-time viewer, first-time player.
That's a joke for all those in TV land who this might be your first episode. Golden H is a common player. He's basically a Once Upon a Game regular, and I'm so glad to have him here playtesting. We playtested his Oregon Trail game not that long ago. So we're all about playtesting.
All these kind of games where you build your own stuff, and actually, it's really weird. Like, I honestly feel like I have more fun playtesting a game than really actually playing it. Like, whenever I go to Gen Con, I just go and I sit down in the playtesting area, and I just stay there all the time.
Yeah, playtesting is really hard to do in a lot of cases. And just like what Ben Robbins says in the very first sentence here, this is a playtest, but my best advice is that don't treat it like a playtest. Play it like you would any other game. And I think that's probably the best advice you can give anyone who's playtesting a game, unless you're specifically trying to do something that's not playing the game that you're testing. Like if you're trying to mess with dice and stuff like that, right? But
see, we're like volunteer playtesting. We're not being playtested to find the bugs, so we don't have to just keep replaying the same scene until the game breaks.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
Awesome. Yeah. So
we must find a way to break it.
Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. So in order to play this game, we need 3 to 5 players. We need stones of 2 different colors, about a dozen of each. Don't worry, we can do that with us here. It's no problem. Thanks to Internet Land. We need a bag or something to draw them from, so we don't, or just do it randomly by closing our eyes, and a bunch of index cards, which we have unlimited free white space thanks to Roll20's basic stuff, as well as pens and pencils and just some kind of method of typing. Kelsa mentions because of my schedule, I think he's been on more shows than me now. That's true because I do Wednesdays and Fridays and not Mondays anymore.
Yeah, Kelsa started before I did, and then I've been on quite a bit. So,
all right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to read this first part on the starting page, and then we're going to take turns, starting with Brad. You're going to be taking up the next page, so starting on page 4 when I'm done, okay? And then Will, and then we're going to rotate. Because like all story games, they're all about shared collaboration stuff. It's not just, while I'm the host and facilitator of Once Upon a Game, I don't have any more power in this game than other players. It's very much an egalitarian kind of thing. So, let's go ahead and begin. The start. Follow is a game about working together to achieve a common goal. Slay the dragon, cure a disease, overthrow a tyrant, get your candidate elected. We'll pick a quest together to decide what kind of game we want to play. Can we stay united and succeed, or will our differences tear us apart? We'll play to find out.
So our differences will tear us apart because first we pick our quest. First, pick your quest as a group. Lay out quest sheets so only the title and blurb are visible. If you have trouble deciding, it may be easier for each player to remove quests that don't interest them to narrow the field. After you've picked your quest, read the intro aloud and then answer the customization questions together.
Yes, and if I recall correctly, all the quests are in the back, starting on page 24.
Oh.
Here's the first pitch of one. The Cure. We're going to be playing a sweet band. Just kidding. Our goal is to cure a disease. We are doctors, researchers, lab workers, and administrators working on the cure. The next one is the Dragon. The dragon terrorizes the land, and it must be slain. We're warriors, knights, rogues, or wise ones that dare face the monster. The Heist. Get the loot and don't get caught. We're criminals or would-be criminals, thieves, robbers, hackers, or con artists. The robbery could happen in the middle, but the quest isn't complete till we get away clean. The Music. Become a new sensation, rocket to the top of the charts. We're the musicians, managers, producers, friends, families of the band seeking fame. We literally are the Cure. The Posse. Find the outlaw and bring them back to stand trial in the Wild West. We're lawmen and ordinary citizens that have been sworn in to form a posse and hunt wrongdoers. Also, keep in mind that these are very generic. They don't necessarily have to be that. Like, for example, the Posse could be like taking down Pablo Escobar, right? Like, it doesn't have to be Wild West. Like, there's plenty of space in these games and these ideas to twist around with. The Rebellion. Overthrow our oppressors and free the people from tyranny. We're freedom fighters, dissidents, and just ordinary people who yearn for liberty. This is the one that I played that I had a lot of fun with. The Posse in Space. You took my... that was actually the first thing that came to my head as well, Kelsa. So awesome. Yeah, so the Rebellion. This is the first game that I played with this game with Follow was the Rebellion. We played fourth graders who were, in the middle of the end of our early middle school, like end of elementary school, and like the older kids kind of like ruled the social structures and stuff like that, and were picking on people, and so that's what we did. The Superheroes is the last one here, I think. Superheroes. Our goal is to form a team of superheroes to protect society. We're the heroes who would form the team, but we could also be the sidekicks, allies, and government contracts who are trying to bring it together. We may team up and think we succeeded in the middle of the quest, but we'll only know if our team will hold together or fall apart at the end of the quest. Yes, that's it. Do these vaguely, any of them come to mind? Want me to repeat?
Any of them are fine.
Yeah, there's a number that look interesting.
They're all good. Spoilers, right?
Okay.
The one that Kelsa brought up, the Posse in Space, definitely seems to be the thing that I'm kind of leaning towards. It's like Space Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't grab me immediately, but in space, I'd be fine with that.
Sure, we can do it in space. Are we space cowboys, or is it like we've forgotten our origins?
Let me check the Posse thing, but I'm kind of thinking us as being like marshals, who go to a planet looking for an outlaw.
So basically, it's that one anime everyone loves.
Yeah. Find the outlaw, bring them back to stand trial in the Wild West, where the lawmen and ordinary citizens have been sworn in to form a posse and hunt down the wrongdoer. Basically, Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's do this. Okay. So, I'm going to see if I can extract this page or just take a screenshot of it. So I have it just for quick reference, and I'm going to throw it into Roll20 so we can all kind of see it. Oh. It's going to make me save it first.
Or it would be quick if it didn't involve text in Roll20. Now, I'm not bagging on Roll20 because it's amazing. I use it all the time. But the text editor...
It leaves something to be desired, yes.
Yeah.
Come on, why... There we go. That's page 1. Alright, and here's page 2. We get the challenges. So I was a little bit late getting started today because I was making cookies. I'm sorry. I lost track of time. Posse 2. I would have had this prepared already. But have no fear. Okay, cool. So let's go back up to the rules now that we selected that, right?
Right.
So.
Okay, so next is what makes our quest difficult?
Yes. So go ahead and read that for us, Will. I believe you're
Sure,
up.
what makes our quest difficult? He has a gang with him? Oh, you want me to actually read it?
As a group, yeah, on page 5. Starting with as a group.
What makes our quest difficult? As a group, brainstorm 2 things that make our quest difficult. Pick options from the quest sheet or make up your own. Write them down on an index card. And they give some examples.
Well, I'm just going to underline them because that's the kind of man I am. So I was looking at the examples here that they give from the book.
Mm-hmm.
What makes our quest difficult? He says he has a gang with him. He's a clever snake. He has a big head start. It's lawless territory. The Badlands have 1,000 places to hide. The one that shut out to me was he's a clever snake.
Sure.
And because he's a clever snake, he's literally a snake. He's literally like a snake man who can like shapeshift.
Okay.
Like he has like fucking like chameleon shit. And so we have to track him out. And that's why it's so hard to get him.
Yeah, that sort of reminds me of Princess Projectra from the Legion comics, where she was this... certain versions of her, she was a snake that could project illusions, which isn't the same as being able to shapeshift.
Yeah.
I want to add one, though. I think
These are just examples. We can totally jam on our own stuff if we want.
Yeah. I think we're all culpable for the crime in some way.
How does that make our quest difficult?
Like, we have to take him in without him being able to give evidence about how we helped him do the crime or how we're responsible for the crime.
I kind of love that. Like, moral gray is always fun, right?
It makes it difficult because... Because we're complicated?
Maybe you're the banker and he owes you a loan, so he goes and robs the bank to pay you. Or maybe you're his wife and you knew beforehand that he was going to do it and you didn't tell anybody.
So basically, like, we all don't really want to do this in some way, but we're bound to do it?
Yeah, like, we've been deputized by the sheriff. Like, what are you going to do when the sheriff deputizes you? Confess?
Okay. I like
or,
that.
One or more of us may have been out and out in cahoots with him.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah,
the fall and not us.
Like,
Yeah,
maybe,
I'm going to say we feel conflicted going after him.
Yeah, sure.
Is what I will describe as that phenomenon that kind of encapsulates any of those ideas.
Okay.
I think at some point we're supposed to come up with the outlaw and his crime as well for the quest. Read the intro aloud and then answer the customization questions together. Yeah, so here are the customization questions again. What's the outlaw's crime? What's his name? What town are we from? And what's its name? So, the outlaw's crime. What do they want? Murder? Murder?
Well, okay. Murder
Is it multiple?
During a heist, or do we want to have? That would be fine.
We could have murdered the space president. Maybe he was on a train giving his election speech. And
I feel like they wouldn't send a posse out to get someone who murdered someone like that. It would be someone smaller scale.
they said it's an army after him.
Yeah, I mean, I think of like just a string of things like murders, bank robberies. He's wanted for a string of those kind of armed robbery, just the whole connection of kid and caboodle of those places.
I mean, they're always trespassing on gold mines or something. I mean, that's the only place you can have a hangout, right?
What's his name?
Jack.
Severin?
Yeah, if we wanted to call him, Severin. I don't know. How about Jack Severin? There we go. It's both of them, right?
Sure. Okay.
Goes by Jack Severin.
Maybe Smiling Jack Severin.
Oh, I was gonna say Jack Snake Eyes.
Jack Snake Eyes Severin.
Yeah. I really like Snake Eyes, if that's okay.
Yeah.
The gang colors are red and black, of course.
Of course, right, G.I. Joe? What town are we from? What's its name?
Pandora?
Pandora?
Okay.
Well, I kind of like the idea that in space, places are called Pandora. Kind of like how middle of nowhere places are called, Eden. And, things like that, even though there's just, a desert town. So it's called Pandora, even though it's, a fucking deserted rock. Possibly. I don't know. But, yeah, calling it Pandora is good.
New Prospect?
Oh, so the town of New Prospect on Pandora?
On Pandora.
Sure.
That definitely gives it a very Western in space kind of feel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, the town, exactly. The town could either be a city or a planet in this kind of idea. Okay. Cool. So we answered those questions. We answered what makes our quest difficult for now. Was there any additional things we had to do for that? Yeah, okay. Nope. Main characters. Alright, the group of characters working together to complete a quest is called the Fellowship. We'll each have 2 characters, a main character and a minor character. Both are part of the Fellowship, but our story is about our main characters right now. Minor characters are supporting casts, and some of them will almost certainly be lost if our quest takes difficult turns. First, we'll make our main character. Complete each step together and then discuss your choices so everyone knows what each other's characters are like. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're all going to be coming up with their motivations. Yeah, it's a backwater Pandora, drummer boy. Exactly. So we all want the quest to succeed, but if we succeed, what is your character getting out of it? Why are they here? This makes me feel like maybe we should pick something instead of we feel conflicted, because we're already going to get that from kind of this, I think. What do you say?
Well, I don't know. I still sort of like that, but maybe that's just in the context of
So I thought that
character I want to play, which is just someone who was in fact working with them and is trying to bury that fact.
I think what we get out of it is obvious. Like, we get to clear our names.
So on page 7, there's a list of I want our success to accomplish something. Usually an ellipses followed by a blank or just an end of a sentence. Here are the examples. I want our success. So our success would be to find the outlaw, find Jack Snake Eyes Severin, and bring him back to stand trial. We want the success to give me respect or honor, give me fame or glory, give me wealth, give me power, redeem me, give me revenge on blank, give me peace, protect blank, help blank, prove blank, destroy blank. So I feel like that's what I'm saying, like our motivations, like what makes our quest difficult is already given to us in the game by motivations. Which is what makes me think we should pick something different.
Sure. Well, it's like what makes
because like the game's basically already designed to make it feel kind of conflicted, maybe. And if we want to do conflicted, we could easily pick one of these goals.
Sure.
Already.
Okay. In that case, how about it's in lawless territory?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Will, what do you think?
I think it's good. I think that one or the last one. I mean, this is in space, so
yeah.
I mean, assumedly we're very fast.
International borders. Or territory. Yeah. I can't move that. Whatever. Mace roll 20. Okay. Cool. So now what we're going to be doing is we're all going to be making our characters. Starting with this motivation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some text boxes for our actual names in kind of the order. Eric, Brad. You have to kind of do it in a triangle.
Okay, interesting.
Golden H.
So we start with our main character and then we make one minor character.
Yes. Okay. So now I want you guys. Where can I buy this game? You have to email Ben. Go to his webpage at Ars Ludi. I'll link it. So it's not available yet. It's currently in playtesting, but it's free to playtest. And he would love to have your feedback about it. Go there. You can find how to get access to the playtest. It also has a Google Plus community. You can ask Will, and you can ask Brad about how I was panicking to make sure I'm allowed to do this right before we went live. Okay, so go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and create a text box and write down what your motivation is going to be for your character. This is the starting point for your characters. So just grab something that makes sense.
I'm just making a note to myself since we are playtesting it. Okay. One of the things they often ask you to do when you're playtesting a game is like, give me a notepad to write stuff down while you're playing. So I'm just doing that.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got little things there.
Oops, that's a little large.
So the example that the book provides is our quest is to slay the dragon. One character is in it for the glory, another wants to protect the kingdom, another wants to protect the peasants. All right, have you all come up with our motivation and wrote it down?
No.
Working on it. Oh, and now it's you. It's tiny.
Oh boy.
Oh wow. That's pretty tiny. That's too big.
Okay. So I wrote it down. It's just too small to see.
You know how to change your text size?
Yes.
I got it.
Okay. Thanks.
56 is pretty good.
56. Okay. I will remember that going forward.
Yeah. So once we've chosen our motivation and we wrote it down, the next thing that we're going to be doing is selecting a character concept. We're going to pick a character concept from the quest sheet or make one up. We're going to choose something that feels right from what we decided we want from the quest. We're going to pick a name and give a bare bones description. So, the list of characters, this one has 9 to choose from. They're at the bottom underneath what makes our quest difficult. They're in the next section, characters, examples. So you have like a sheriff, deputy, federal marshal, ranch hand, townsfolk, greenhorn, wizened old coot, family of victim, former outlaw. So I have my idea. You can totally repeat character archetypes, basically. This is just to help you get the game going.
As long as there's, you can work out something that's different.
So, the one that I'm going with, mine's to give me peace. And the reason why I'm doing that is that I think my character is going to be a former pastor.
Ah,
Interesting. I'd be a ranchland.
So he's technically a townsfolk, but he's like the he's the pastor. Pastor is OR. I don't want to pasteurize. I want a pastor, and I also don't want to pasture where things graze. Damn.
Yeah, that one's OR.
Pastor. Okay. Townsfolk pastor. I think I'm just gonna call him Church right now.
Yeah, I'm still...
Because, you know what? Sometimes in story games, it's okay to be a little cliche. And going with the name of Church. Maybe his name's actually like Jebediah Church Longfellow. You know, some kind of like Western-y name. And so people just call him Church. Or Father.
And I'll be playing a wizened old coot. I guess named Zed.
Zed?
Or no, Zeb for Zebediah.
Oh, okay. So we got Jebediah and Zebediah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Maybe I should change that. I don't know.
Well, no. I mean, I'm going by Church, so you can totally do that.
Okay.
I just picked a total biblical name, just like you did. So, Will, you're going with the ranch owner?
Yeah, I'm going to name her Mez. I'm thinking of the last name. How did it get here? Mez Harding. I'll say Harding. Where is it? I have 18 windows open now. Hold on. Let's hard lane. I gotta be right back. Couldn't yell at us or something.
Okay. The next part is coming up with our minor characters. We're gonna pick a concept, a name, and give a brief description. The thing that they don't have is a motivation as strong as the major characters.
Okay.
What I'd recommend is typing out your minor character in a different color and putting it next to your other guy so we can tell the difference.
That makes sense. Okay.
Make a minor character who would interact with other main characters more than your own main character, is the idea. So main characters can absolutely die in your game. Like, that's a thing that happens. What we would need to do, or what would be fun for a minor character would be, for me, I'm gonna do a former outlaw.
Okay.
And
play a member of the victim's family.
We're doing minor characters?
yes.
Of course, I'm gonna have my assistant. What's the call?
So Will, while you're up, so minor characters, you're gonna pick a concept, a name, and give a brief description. You're gonna write it down on an index card. What that means for this purpose, is that just write down the name and kind of give some stuff about him, and do it in a different color than your main character, so we can tell the difference.
Oh, I was just using the same text box for everything.
Yeah. So you're gonna make a minor character who would interact with other main characters more than your own main character.
Oh, more than your own main character.
Yeah. So the idea is that if you're doing a scene or something, you don't want to really talk to yourself, so you're gonna have these other people around. So I'm doing Cody Buzzard. He's a former outlaw. Probably wants revenge. He was I feel like Buzz here was probably something like, he's probably went to jail for a crime that Snake Eyes actually committed, and wants revenge. So he's part of the group. He's maybe like someone who knows the area a little more, kind of like a human terrain expert, perhaps.
Human terrain expert?
Yeah, that's what the CIA would call it. Someone who's like an informant, someone on the ground who like understands the city and the people and that kind of stuff, maybe. Or maybe he's lying and leading into a trap. I don't know. Oh yeah, so Church, a quick description for like the pastor. Church probably looks like you know what? He kind of just looks like Shepherd Book from Firefly, you know.
Okay.
Like dark skin, peppery hair, but like shorter peppery hair. Actually, he kind of looks like the detective from The Wire, the guy who makes antique furniture, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lester Freeman, everybody. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, so like a Lester Freeman-like character. Have you guys all come up with something for a minor character?
Yes, I'm in the process.
Yeah, I'm just blanking on what to call her. I want to make like someone who would work at the church, like help the pastor, but not actually part of the leadership of the church. I'm blanking on like what the roles of someone in the church would be.
Oh, you know what might help with the minor character? I might have. Let's put the minor character aside real quick. Let's do this next step, and that might help actually build the minor characters. This is what do we need from each other. This is similar to the relationship stuff of Fiasco, where you're going to be drawing a line to the person to your left, and they're going to have something from you that we're going to be working with. Okay. And then maybe this person can help. The minor character can kind of help fill in some gaps here. So, what does your character need from the character to your left? It must be something you strongly want, but the other character is unwilling to give you. Pick a need from the list or make it up on your own. We're looking at page 9, by the way, in the playbook. Pick a need from the list or make it up on your own. Discuss with the other player and flesh out the details. Why do they refuse? You may describe personal relationships, past history, or other background. The result should be something both players are happy with. I need, but you won't give me. So, my left would actually be Brad, right? No.
It's hard to say.
Let's just go clockwise. It means clockwise. It means clockwise, right?
It means clockwise.
Sure.
So my need is going to be coming from the ranch owner. Let's see. What does Mez have that I need? My idea is that I need some of your power. I need your access to money and resources because I'm a pastor. I don't have that much to go off of except for a burning belief in taking down Snake Eyes.
And these are all major characters that we're doing the relationships.
Correct.
Right now.
Yes, major characters. What do you think?
Sounds good. But maybe there's political or financial power she has access to.
Yeah, I need access to your money and your resources.
He's always the wealthy landowner who's the villain in all these westerns right now in the end.
So why won't you give it to me?
Why won't I give it to you? Well, obviously, I'm a different religion.
Yes, you are.
I don't want to support your church.
I don't have a religion in mind. I mean, I was going to go with your standard old, Christianity stuff, but...
Sure, but, you're Protestant type A and I'm Protestant type B.
Oh, man, I'm Church of the Reformed Glory, and you're the Reformed Church of Glory?
Yeah. Well, see, I'm the People's Front of Judea, and you're the
Judean People's Front? Yeah.
It's Winkers, all
Of course.
Nice.
Yes. Excellent. So, I'm Church of the Reformed Glory, and you're the Reformed Church of Glory.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so now we just repeat the process. So, Golden, let's just do this in order. Unless, Brad, you have something particularly strong already thinking about stuff for me.
Well, I did have something in mind. So
Okay.
if you want to go first, I totally could.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that then.
Okay.
That's supposed to be
So, I'm thinking that what I really need from Church is his silence on information that he is already his silence on Zebediah's confession.
So you need my trust.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the exact
or
situation
forgiveness.
The way things were already going, you were going to totally find out that I was involved, and so very calculatedly, I confessed, within church sanctity first, so that you would feel compelled not to divulge.
Ooh, and so why won't I divulge it? So why won't I give you this?
I think it's just a matter of morals. It's there's a conflict there.
Yeah, it's against church doctrine would be the other thing, right? Yeah. Needs... Oh, I'm in wrong color font. Yep. Needs church's trust, but profession is... Wait. So you need my trust, and I won't give it to you because I'm having trouble explaining why I won't give it to you. So you confess to me, right?
Yes.
And you're afraid that I'm going to like go to the authorities because I know this stuff now. Is that the problem?
Exactly.
Like after this?
Yeah, I mean, probably. Right now you're just kind of saying you should come forward and admit it to like the authorities, but aren't like telling anybody yet. And the whole reason I told you in the first place was so that it would remain hidden.
Yes.
But it won't necessarily stay that way.
Yeah, the morals guide me to report the confession. Right.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Cool. And let's do between you guys.
Sure. Obviously.
Oh, you're ahead of me. Well played.
You should just do it.
No, you too late.
Mine is not thick enough. You do it. You know what thickness is. Obviously, Zebediah, in his wizened old coots, of course, he always goes and just wanders around and gets lost. At some point, he found this very precious space material called fluorobenzene on one of my properties, but I don't know where he found it. And it's really expensive for me to pay for a survey for all my lands. So I really want him to tell me where that is so I can develop that resource and make tons of money.
So he needs, you need his knowledge?
Yeah.
You need the truth from him?
Truth from him.
Yeah. So go ahead and write that out. And so then why won't Zebediah give that up?
Well, that was some input from Zebediah. Or should I be defining parts of his character? Because, does he not remember because he was drunk? Or does he not like me? Or does he trying to extort me for something?
I think extortion is probably the most likely.
Okay.
But I'd be with...
I was... Okay. Yeah, I was going... Okay. I had an idea, if you don't mind. Oh, hold on. Zebediah used to date your wife or something. It's like a personal thing. You're still in love with over a lady.
Okay, sure. I was going to play a lady.
No, I'm not saying go with mine.
well,
that was my idea. It was like a relationship thing because I love me some subplots.
I was thinking either my daughter or my mother. Oh, he wants to know where my mother-in-law moved. Well, once. Maybe Zebediah used to date the mother of old Snake Eyes. And now I'm the only one who's likely to tell him that. Maybe she changed her name, or she was caught up in some illegal dealings that we didn't want to cover up. But basically hid her away. And Zebediah's like, no, where's she gone?
Sure. How do you feel about that, Brad?
Okay. So, but
I mean, ultimately, it's like you guys are gonna be the ones that want something,
So wanting to know this would be for romantic purposes, or
maybe you just want to continue some kind of extortion scheme on her. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. Did you have a child together?
Oh, yeah. It would. The giving up that information will get you in trouble. Like revealing the source of Fles would mean that like it would reveal a secret about you that you don't want to share, or like a secret about Mez's family that you're protecting him from. Something like that.
Okay. No, I mean, I think he's already has enough secrets going on. Let's go with the mother-in-law again because she's the only one who knows where my son is.
Sure. Yeah. Like even I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Awesome.
Double points of Snake Eyes is your son.
Shit. So then let's all talk about our minor characters real quick.
Sure.
So I already spoke about mine, Cody Buzzard. Former outlaw, wants revenge. Had to do time for something that Snake Eyes did.
Okay. Okay. I hope it's not redundant that Harley Star wants vengeance too.
Okay.
And I think that this is sort of, in her case, this is like a raw emotional need, like Snake Eyes killed, her husband and maybe kids, and she's just sort of consumed, with vengeance, but she, and may even be like, may even be able to like shoot pretty straight and be competent, but under any other circumstances, killing folk would not be her way.
But this time it's personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too redundant. I mean,
no. I
the
mean, we're
question is like, what these people seem like they'd be more able to interact with the villain than each other's main characters, right? What do you guys think?
So you want these minor characters as options for play that are interesting, because there's times when you're gonna have scenes where it's just not main characters. In fact, we're actually ready to begin play.
Okay.
But it's getting close to about an hour of setup for this first part here. So why don't we take a quick break and then play?
Sure.
all the way through. All right.
All right.
Cool. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the actual beginning of play.
Okay.